Hello, everyone. I'm James. Welcome back to Easy English for You. Before we start, I want to say a special thank you to our new member, Zone. Thank you so much for joining and supporting this channel. Your support means the world to me. Today, I want to share a story that can change how you see your dreams. It's about someone who used to have nothing, but she decided to keep going, and now millions of people know her name. Let me teach you 2 English patterns first. These patterns will help you talk about change and choice. Pattern number 1 is used to. This means something happened in the past, but not anymore. For example, I used to live in Seoul. I used to play guitar every day. She used to work at a bank. We use this when we want to show the past is different from now. Pattern number 2 is decide to. This means you make a choice to do something. For example, I decide to wake up early. She decided to study English. They decided to start a business. We use this when we want to show active choice and action. Did you understand these 2 patterns? If yes, please write "Got it" in the comments. If you have questions, please ask me in the comments. I read every single one. Now let me tell you why these 2 patterns are perfect for today's topic. Because life is about 2 things: what we used to be and what we decide to become. Today, I want to talk about a woman who changed everything. Her name is J.K. Rowling. Maybe you know her. She wrote Harry Potter. But do you know her story before success? Let me tell you. She used to be very poor. She used to live in a tiny apartment with her baby daughter. She used to receive money from the government just to survive. She used to feel like a complete failure. She used to be married, but her marriage ended. She used to have big dreams, but they seemed impossible. She used to write stories, but nobody wanted to read them. She sent her book to publishers. 12 publishers said no. 12 times she heard, "We don't want your book." She used to cry at night. She used to think, "Maybe I'm not good enough." She used to look at her daughter and feel scared. How can I give her a good life? She used to feel so alone. Maybe you feel the same way sometimes. Maybe you used to have a dream, but now it feels too far away. But something changed in her life. One day, she decided to do something different. She decided not to give up. She decided to believe in her story. She decided to keep writing, even when nobody believed in her. She used to sit in a small cafe with her baby. She decided to write there every single day. She used to have a few hours, but she decided to use every minute. She decided to finish her book. She decided to try one more publisher. And finally, one small publisher said yes. They gave her $1,500. It was not much money, but she decided it was enough. She decided to keep going. Let me tell you what she did next. First, she decided to write every day, no matter what. She used to think, "I need perfect conditions to write," but she decided to write anywhere, anytime. In a cafe, at home, on the bus. She decided that her dream was more important than comfort. Second, she decided to accept her past. She used to hide her failures. She used to feel ashamed. But she decided to be honest. She decided to say, "Yes, I failed,
but failure taught me something. Third, she decided to focus on one small step at a time. She used to look at the big mountain and feel overwhelmed, but she decided to climb one step today, just one page today, just one chapter this week. She decided small progress is still progress. Fourth, she decided to believe in herself even when others didn't. She used to wait for someone to tell her, "You're good enough," but she decided to tell herself, "I am enough." She decided to be her own biggest supporter. Fifth, she decided to see rejection as redirection. She used to think rejection meant the end, but she decided to think, "This publisher is not right. The next one might be." She decided every no brings her closer to yes. Sixth, she decided to let go of perfection. She used to think, "My book must be perfect," but she decided to think, "My book must be finished." She decided done is better than perfect. Seventh, she decided to ask for help when she needed it. She used to think, "I must do everything alone," but she decided to accept support from friends and family. She decided that asking for help is not weakness, it's wisdom. This is what she did. She decided to take action, step by step. And you know what happened? Her book became the best-selling book series in history. She used to worry about money for food. Now she has helped millions of children fall in love with reading. She used to feel like nobody cared about her stories. Now people all over the world know Harry Potter. She used to live in a small apartment. Now she owns beautiful homes. But she says the most important thing is not the money. The most important thing is that she decided not to quit. She used to think failure was the end. Now she knows failure was the beginning. She even gave a speech at Harvard University. She said, "Failure taught me things success never could." Her whole life changed, not because she was lucky, not because she was special, but because she decided to keep going. She decided to believe. She decided to act. Now, I want to ask you something. What about you? What do you used to be? What do you decide to become? You used to dream about something. Maybe you used to want to speak English fluently. Maybe you used to want to start a business. Maybe you used to want to help people. What happened to that dream? Today, you can decide to try again. You don't need to change everything at once. Just decide to take one small step. Decide to practice English for 10 minutes today. Decide to write one page of your idea. Decide to call one person who can help you. You used to wait for the perfect time, but you can decide that today is the perfect time. You used to think, "I'm not ready," but you can decide, "I'll start anyway." Remember J.K. Rowling. She used to be just like you. She used to have doubts. She used to feel afraid. But she decided to keep going. And that decision changed everything. Your decision can change everything too. So I want to challenge you. For the next 7 days, decide to do one thing every day for your dream. Just one thing. It can be very small, but do it every single day, and watch what happens. You used to think change was impossible, but you can decide to prove yourself wrong. Thank you so much for watching today. If this story touched your heart, please hit the like button. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. Also, if you want to go deeper with your English learning, consider joining our membership you'll get a PDF file with all today's patterns and key points. You can review them anytime and practice at your own pace. Remember this, you used to doubt yourself, but today you can decide to believe. Small decisions create big changes. Thanks for watching today, and as always, keep going and keep growing.